Assalamu alaikum, children. So, yesterday we studied about started subject verb agreement, and I taught you all how verb agrees with the subject, and the first three rules you need to follow regarding the subject verb agreement, right? So, today we are going to talk about the fourth one, right? Nouns that look plural in form but are singular in meaning will take a singular verb. For example, mathematics. Just take the first example sentence. Mathematics is my favorite subject. So you all know, because you all study maths, mathematics is one subject, right? There's no several things in mathematics, right? Like several subjects. It is one subject. But some people misunderstand this as plural because there's an S at the end of the word. They think it as plural and they use plural verb, but it's wrong. These nouns, even though they look like plural, they are singular. So singular verbs only must be used. Similarly, see the second example sentence. Noodles is my favorite food. Noodles, children, is a similar noun, right? It looks plural. Now if you take, some people will misunderstand noodles is like a plural noun, but noodles is a food, one food. It's a single person, single food, singular, right? So the verb also will be singular. Similarly, I have given below, right, some nouns that look like plural but are actually singular, and they take singular verb, right? Like gymnastics, physics, economics, cards. Cards is a game. Measles, mumps, those are diseases. Billiards, dizziness, politics, athletics, right? So this is the fourth rule you need to remember. Now coming to the fifth one. Words like some, any, all, most, etc. may take a singular or plural verb depending on their use in the sentence. Right? So here, suppose the subject is some or any or all. If those words are used as a subject, you know they talk about the quantity. Some of the rice, right? Some of sugar, some rice, quantity, right? So you need to see they're depending, right? That means not all. Now all words, if you some comes in a sentence, just take some as a subject, right? There you can't directly put, you can't judge whether a singular verb or plural verb will come. First you need to see whether that word some is talking about one person or a part of something. For example, say the first point, they take a singular verb when they refer to one person or a part of something. Some of the news was shocking. News is singular, right? Even though they look like plural, they are singular. So they are one thing. Some of the news. So some is talking about one part of the news. One part, not plural. So there, as news is singular, we use singular verb. Similarly, see the second one. All of the cheese was used in the recipe. All of the cheese was used in the recipe. So here cheese is an uncountable noun. So if an uncountable noun comes with the word all or some or any, right, all of the cheese, some of the cheese, that means the verb will be in singular, right? Now see the second point. They take a plural verb when they refer to more than one person. Example, all of my neighbors. You're talking about several people in your neighborhood. Not one neighbor, right? Neighbors, you're talking about more than one person. So all of my neighbors are. There you have to put plural verb. All of my neighbors, sorry, were. Plural verb. Some of the teachers are really young. Some of the teachers, plural. So there you use plural verb. So depending on the use in the sentence, whether they talk about one person or more than one person, the verb will differ, right? Singular, plural. Now this is the fifth rule. Now let's move on to the sixth one, right? Sixth rule is this. If two subjects together express one single idea, the verb will be in the singular. Example, bread and jam was her favorite food. Okay, leave the first example sentence. Let's come to the second example. Here we are talking about two subjects, right? That talk about one idea, one single idea. It gives one meaning. The verb will be in singular. Now see the second example sentence. The secretary and treasurer was fired. Secretary means, now if you take a company, secretary means a person who is an assistant to the boss. Treasurer means the person who looks after that money side, right? So if in a company, if you take a person, one person, he works in that company as both the secretary and the treasurer, right? He works there as a secretary and the treasurer both, right? That person works both the post. He is the secretary and he is the treasurer, right? So that means they talk about one person only, one single idea. Those two subjects in that second sentence, secretary and the treasurer, right? This one, this in this sentence, the secretary and the treasurer, I mean they are talking about one idea, one person. So the verb will be singular. Now you can ask me, now it can be two different persons. No, that secretary and the treasurer can be two different persons. It can give two different ideas. So then how the verb will come? That is, see under that there is another one. See, the secretary and the treasurer were fired. Here the word the has come before treasurer. That means you're talking about two different person, two different idea. So there are two different ideas means plural because more than one, right? So now in this rule what they're talking is you need to identify which two subjects talk about one idea which gives one meaning. Now see the first one, bread and jam. You have to can identify that easily if there is no the, right? There will be the word the won't be there, right? From that you all can easily identify whether the two subjects are expressing one meaning or not, right? Red beans and rice is my mom's favorite. No, the word the is not there. So red beans and rice talk about one idea, one meaning. It gives one meaning, a food. So there you use singular verb. So this is the sixth rule. Up to this only I'll explain. The remaining ones, I think there are two, right? Two rules are there. This I'll be continuing the next day. Thank you.